This week on Ray Van Horn's Captain's Journey.
Yeah! All right, Kyle. Oh, that's a good fish.
They're really healthy down in here. They eat really, really good. It's like they've never seen it.
Nice. Beautiful.
Ray, you know, here on these lakes, when we have grass, we have big bass.
There's a good one. Kyle, that was cool, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's my first Stick Marsh bass right there. Man, you've got an unbelievable fishery here. I'm Ray Van Horn, and this is the Captain's Journey. Jump in the boat. Let's see what kind of fun we can have.
Let's go fishing. Come on, take a ride with me. Get on board with the Ray Van Horn. It's the Captain's Journey. Let's go fishing. Come on, take a ride with me. Get on board with the Ray Van Horn. It's the Captain's Journey.
Ray Van Horn's Captain's Journey is presented by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time.
Get on board with Ray Van Horn. It's the Captain's Journey.
This week on the journey, this is a little bit of a departure for us. Usually we're in the brine, got a little bit of saltwater action going on. This week, we're actually in Palm Bay, Florida. We're going to be fishing on the Stick Marsh with Kyle Walters. And we'll do a little bit of history on Kyle throughout the show. Tournament angler, been a Ranger owner forever. And I'm looking forward to it. This could be our biggest show. What are you doing, Kyle?
Good, how are you?
I've never fished with anybody 6'7" before.
Well, I'll try not to hurt you with that or hit you with the rod or anything. But
Well, okay.
I got to lean down a little further to get them up. But,
But this is, all the years, 40 years I've lived in Florida, I've never fished this place.
This place has a lot of history, legendary. I grew up here in town. We come here to fish this time of year, and it can be really good.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Y'all stay tuned. Should be a blast. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That mercury will throw it down, won't it? So if I'm correct, yours will be the same power head, everything. It'll be nice.
They've got an inertia prop on there.
Okay, yeah. It's a good prop.
That's what you say.
That's more of the economy prop, which is probably good for the bigger boats.
Yeah. 63 degrees this morning, a little chilly.
Little chilly.
In almost 40 years of living in the state of Florida, I have never fished the Stick Marsh. So a mutual friend of mine and Kyle Walters said, you know, Kyle's on a pretty good bite over there at the Stick Marsh. And so that's intriguing. I need to give him a call and see what's going on over there. So brief conversation. I don't think it was 3 words, and I heard topwater. And I go, how soon can we do this? Wow, they had to just come up and scuff that thing up.
Definitely. Quite certain they've never seen that.
That's what I like about it. You know how bass are, they get conditioned.
Oh, yeah.
What's the depth right here? 2.5?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we get in here in these holes. Maybe where they're at.
Got him?
Yep.
All right, Kyle. Not a bad one, buddy. Oh, that's a good fish.
There we go.
Look at that chunk.
What do you think, Ray? Look at the belly on there.
This thing's as fat as he is long.
They're really healthy down in here. They eat really, really good. It's like they've never seen it.
That's awesome. That is beautiful.
We're gonna throw right back in that hole.
I guarantee you. What is that, about 3 pounds?
Yeah.
3.5?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty.
Nice job, Kyle.
Thank you. So did you say there was just, I could see the big hole there?
Yeah.
That tells us something.
We're gonna avoid one of them. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
That's how you do it.
It's a good one there, Ray. Got to fight the fish and the grass and everything else, right?
Be wore out.
That's a pretty one. Oh yeah, look at there. All right.
Look at the chunk on that monkey. Whoa. He said, I got fooled by a PT7. Look at that. Kyle, that was cool, man.
That was awesome.
Right in the butt.
When a bass eats a topwater, isn't that great?
I love that. Look at, he's going to the same gym I am. Look at that, just a handful of just beauty right there. Florida's got such beautiful bass.
Isn't that fish beautiful?
It's absolutely stunning. All right, sweetheart. That's my first Stick Marsh bass right there. Put her back in the pool. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Get on board with Ray Van Horn. It's the captain's journey.
Ray Van Horn's Captain's Journey is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly.
Let's go fishing. Come on,
The topwater thing got my interest. And then when you told me about how much grass was in this lake, in this body of water, I said, when you start combining hydrilla, eelgrass, all the iconic lakes that were great at one time had that combination. And the fishery here it's unbelievable.
Yeah, Ray, you know, here on these lakes, when we have grass, we have big bass. And this lake is full of grass, it's full of big bass. No better way to catch a big bass than on topwater.
I like to throw things that the fish haven't seen. In a lot of cases, that PT7 by DOA, there aren't very many bass that have ever seen that lure. And I'm going to stick to it. I'm a little kind of a diehard that way when it comes to baits. There's a good one. Yeah, that stuff.
Stay on there, big girl.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Oh, look at that fish. What a pretty fish. Oh,
Look
yeah.
at the head on that thing. Wow, Kyle, what in the heck have you got here?
Man,
Oh my goodness,
look at that fish.
what a fish. You think they like that PT7?
I tell you what, I've never seen that bait before, but they are tearing that thing up.
They haven't seen it either.
It's high risk, high reward bait.
Yeah. Beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish.
Man, you've got an unbelievable fish here. Oh. Thank you, that was awesome.
I had as much fun watching that fish eat as you did catching it. Well, you got to pull, you know, you have to end up pulling the grass and everything else. But you know what? It's the only way to get in here to catch these fish.
You got one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Big one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Where's the net? No net.
No net. We got no net. He's not as big, but he's a good one.
There's nothing wrong with that one.
Yay. What do you think about that, Ray?
I think that's as fine as it can be right there. Another chunk.
Just another one of them pretty bass without barely a scratch on him.
You know, they've almost all been cookie cutters. I mean,
There's so many of this size fish in here.
that's just incredible.
And you look in this fish, this is one of the most fished places, and there ain't a spot on him.
Beautiful. Got a little rash down there on the bottom side.
Done his thing.
Probably some post-spawn rash.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good job, Kyle.
You see, I'll be laying that one.
You did.
I did.
Was that what, a 5 count?
Yeah, at least. Bobby would have done about an 8 count, but.
Slow release. Okay.
That was pretty cool.
For the people at home, because you're a die-hard tournament angler, and this boat has no carpet in it. And why do you like this better than the carpet?
Well, we live on the east coast of Central Florida, and so I can just assume saltwater fish in this boat. You know, being here, we love to saltwater fish, and I do like to tournament saltwater fish, but for the most part, I can just go saltwater fishing. And the carpet's easy cleanup, spray it off when you're done, easy storage, no carpet. I think it's one of the best boats Rangers ever came out with.
And you do have the option to get it with an all-welded aluminum trailer.
Yes, sir. This boat comes with an all-welded aluminum trailer, fully rigged for bass fishing, fully rigged for saltwater fishing.
I'll tell you what, it's easy to keep clean. You don't get all that sand and debris in it. It's padded. If you're like me and you got a little arthritis, boy, is that nice after a long day. And dude, on the back end of this boat is a Mercury Pro XS, but this is a 4-stroke.
Ray, this engine is unbelievable. I've run it now for about 6 months. I've run it in Okeechobee. I've taken it all the way up to Guntersville, Alabama, and it's a game changer. V8 power, 70 miles an hour. What a great product Mercury's come out with. This might be a big one.
Well, you called that shot. Not a giant, but not bad. In you go.
There he goes.
Ray Van Horn's Captain's Journey is presented by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
But you know what? People started bailing. It's amazing. Maybe they had to go to work. I don't know, because we got here first thing in the morning. The bite was slow and they packed it up. We stayed the course and they started eating.
They did, and I think we got a weird day of weather. We got a front coming. Every time the sun wouldn't pop out, kind of didn't know what to do. I don't think the fish wanted to set up the way they wanted to. Once that sun popped out for about 30, 45 minutes, I think it warmed up the water. You started getting a lot of bites.
Oh, there's a good one. Right in that big old hole, buddy.
Oh, look at that.
That's the one there, my man.
There he is.
Go to it. Oh, Lord, talk about a workout. 15-pound of grass.
Yeah, come on, hook for us.
Yeah. That's a prime example. You can't give him any slack,
None.
Kyle, because if you do, I mean, as soon as you grabbed him, that bait fell out of his head. Wow. You gotta love that strike, dude. You know? There's a lot of ways to catch him, but that's got a soft spot in my heart, I can tell you that. All right, back in the pool. Oh, that was worth the price of admission right there. I love that thing.
That was pretty cool.
All right. This is Fishing 13's Muse 7'3" medium heavy stick. And you can use this in a lot of applications. You can throw spinner baits, swim jigs. I threw the PT7 lure on it today. It's also got the Concept Z reel, which I really like. There's no ball bearings in this reel, believe it or not. It's all ceramic bushings, so you don't have any of the corrosion issues that you have with ball bearings. Cast a mile, fishing it with 50-pound Cortland braid, no stretch, and that's a big deal in this grass. And then on the business end right here is the PT7, and I know you've seen me use this lure in the past. This little thing right here is a gem. There's a lot of topwater baits out there, but very few of them go where this bait will go. It's got a huge owner 7/0 rigging hook on it. You can throw it in the nastiest stuff on the lake. It goes through it, and get you some quality strikes. And that's pretty much it for today.
You know, today we caught pre-spawn fish, we caught post-spawn fish, and we actually caught fish spawning, as you can see. And so in April, end of March and April, they're mostly post-spawn, starting to eat that topwater, starting to get going. But we had a cool day, you know. Today me and you wore long sleeve all day, so we're, you know, it's not one of those things where you go out and it's really hot. But
yeah, we started with sweatshirts.
Started with sweatshirts on. That's not very normal, you know, 1st of April bass fishing, and it got really good. And by middle of the day, when everybody left, those fish started eating, and you know, we were able to catch some really quality fish, which was really good. You know, I was a little worried about that weather change. Florida bass, everybody knows they don't like weather change.
Big one? Not bad.
Not bad.
Another chunk.
Little stick marsh bass.
Good job, Kyle.
Thank you, Ray.
You still remember how to do it?
Yeah, bit. You know, we started to have a good day here.
Ray Van Horn's Captain's Journey is brought to you by Power Pole, Shallow Water Anchor, Bob's Machine Shop, go fast, go shallow, go efficient, and by DOA, the unfair advantage.
You could see what the pattern was. There's distinct holes in this grass, and apparently that's caused by a lot of the spawning activity, whether it's the bluegills, the tilapia, the bass, all the above. They auger out little openings in that grass, but that was the focus. You'll have a solid mat. You bring it across the solid mat. As soon as it got a little less thick and you got around these holes, you got some tremendous strikes. I got it. Good one.
There you go.
That was so subtle, it was crazy. On the PT. I won't quit, man. I think the funniest part of this whole day is that we've caught a ton of fish, and the front's bearing down on us, and I'm trying to close the show. Yeah! Oh! We're closing on that one right there. Fish power pole's down, mate. Get out of Dodge. Look at you.
Get him for me, Ray. There we go.
Chunk.
Another
A
chunk.
monkey. Kyle, man, I don't know how many fish we've caught today between the worm and PT7. I'll tell you what, I don't know, man. That front's bearing down on us. What do you say we go to the house, have a cold drink, and talk about it?
That would be great. That would be awesome.
And I'll tell you what a fine representation of the species. This lake is really, really cool.
All of them are healthy and they grow fast, and next time you come, we'll get a trophy.
I appreciate you being part of the journey, brother.
Thank you.
Turn that one loose. How about that? Give me a bump, brother. That was awesome. I'm actually going into a tackle segment, and Kyle, he's a tournament angler. And he said, do you mind if I keep fishing? And I go, yeah, well, you know, I mean, yeah. Well, how am I going to argue with that? I'm going to hurry it up and tell y'all at home what we're using for gear today before Kyle catches another one.
Oh, Ray, I got one.
The Fishing with Kyle show.
We won't show that one, he's too small.
He interrupted me 3 times in the span of 5 minutes and caught a chunk. On the business end right here is the PT7, and I know you've seen me use this lure in the past.
Uh-oh.
Holy! Are you kidding me? Come here, bass. Here you go, bro. Goodness. What an animal.
End of the day.
That's ridiculous, dude. What a chunk. While I was doing my segment, it's hard to close a show with Kyle Walters. Big Kyle Walters. Does not stop. Now listen, we're trying to close the show, okay? We're trying to close the show. But not with Kyle. Unbelievable.
Sometimes days like today, you just have to go home and want to come back the next day.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm going to stay until
one more cast?
I'm going to stay until it starts raining.
We got time for one more.
Okay,
cast.
one more. Okay. What a beauty. Slow release on that girl. Whoo. God.
Can you believe that?
That one will make a cut. I'm so glad that we got to do this show and you got to be part of the journey.
Promotional consideration is provided by these fine products.